Well, greetings and salutations, everyone. Welcome back once again, or for the very first time, to the Farts and Crap Show, where today, as per usual, it's your host Danjo here with a brand new thing for you guys. It's the Visions of Mana demo, or Visions of Mana. And, yeah, this just came out on Monday, the 29th of July. And a month ahead of its release. It's coming out August 29th of 2024. And I gotta say, it looks great. And there's a lot of things to go over. And I'm going to try to keep this spoiler free. But just so you know, this demo does not start at the beginning of the game. So that I would have preferred if they just drop you into the beginning. But maybe there's like narrative reasons why they didn't want to do that or something. I think it's kind of like Tales of Arise, where they wanted to make sure you have a somewhat full party, so you could kind of like see how the game has like customizability without actually waiting for the player to be able to get to that point progression wise, because I'm assuming that's probably several hours into the game again, like the Tales of Arise demo. But then I don't really like that approach, honestly. I wish they would just let you play the first hour of the game, honestly. I guess this way's fine, but it's a little spoilery. And they do kind of talk about, these characters talk a lot. And they do mention quite a few things that don't make sense. Like, quite a bit of few things out of context. And the demo does attempt a little bit to alleviate some of that, but I'm somewhat familiar with the game already because I have played through the demo in a couple of attempts to actually... I was going to give you guys my raw impressions, that kind of a thing. And I had a video for this ready that was just that. But it was me trying to make sense of a lot of things and like try to absorb what I could, and in the process of doing so, I feel like I spoiled a lot of things for myself. So we are going to skip the story stuff. I'm going to stick to the gameplay stuff and not even do the overly complicated in-game explanations. I'm just going to give you guys my breakdowns and try to keep this as spoiler-free as possible. But this video is coming out pretty soon. I did want to have the turnaround time on this video pretty fast, so this is coming out on the 1st of August, which is the final day, I will say, of the current Members' Choice Poll. So if you guys are unfamiliar, the channel members get to pick the series that get made here on the channel. More on that at the end of the video. But the poll for the voting period for that is always 7 days. So today's the final day for that. So if you guys are interested, check out the more information at the end of the video, or just check out that join button, and then you'll have access to the membership tab, and you can help decide what that next series is going to be. But that is going to be for retro classics. So because in the morning slot we usually do retro stuff, blah blah, all that jazz. So Visions of Mana. So this is coming out this year, obviously, August 2024. And I've been a very, very long time fan of the series. There's not a lot of things I like Square Enix for nowadays. Back in the 90s, oh my goodness, they made all kinds of amazing stuff. Including a couple of my favorite JRPGs of all time, like Final Fantasy VII and 9, and Xenogears, and Valkyrie Profile, and Vagrant Story, and just like so much great stuff. And actually, they produced most, if not all, of the Mana games. I think there's a few of the spin-off ones. But yeah, I know the series is Seiken Densetsu. That's kind of what it's always been. Some online sources are like, oh, it's a spin-off of Final Fantasy. Like, no. It was marketed as Final Fantasy Adventure, I believe, on the Game Boy in North America. But that was for marketing purposes. It wasn't a spin-off of Final Fantasy. So I think it remembers my settings. Autorun, by the way, seems to be bugged. It doesn't seem to change anything when you toggle this. But there's a lot of settings here. And, oh, before the settings, right. Excuse me. Keeping that in. Seiken Densetsu. They haven't had a full JRPG release, like a full mainline series installation in Seiken Densetsu since 2006. I think it was Dawn of Mana, I think is what it was called on the PS2. Personally, I haven't played that one because I've heard it's kind of meh. And they were trying to do a lot of cool stuff. It was kind of meant to be Kingdom Hearts-ish at the time, because that was the new hotness that they had, 2001, early 2000s. There were a lot of games that were trying to kind of scratch that same itch for gamers, especially on the PS2. And yeah, we're going to prioritize performance because if you do that, this game is smooth, and I'm not playing in 4K anyway. I would always prefer more solid frame rate. That's going to be the same. Camera speed, I feel like this is actually a really good slider in this game. If you want it to be low, you can. Actually, I'll leave it at 3. What is this? Just the auto camera during boss. Oh, that's what that was doing. Yeah, turn that off. There is one boss fight in this, at least that I found. Yeah, let's turn that off for now. See if that actually works. So yeah, the characters, they talk a lot. It's kind of spoilery, so I'm going to keep character voices down to 0. But yeah, that was the last main entry in the Seiken Densetsu franchise. There were a couple of mobile games. There was one RTS game for the DS that came out in 2008, I think. But yeah, 2006 was the last mainline entry. So it's been almost 20 years. It's been 18 years. In the meantime, we've just had remasters and re-releases, like that Secret of Mana release that nobody liked, Trials of Mana, which I thought was great, the Legend of Mana re-release, which I honestly haven't played. I do love the art style of Legend of Mana for the PS1. I love how creative and original they chose to go with that game. And honestly, it's one of those ones I've always wanted to go back to. Especially now that we have the re-release. I don't think it supports online multiplayer though, which is part of the reason I didn't jump on it immediately. Because the game, like the previous ones, which at the time, I think Legend of Mana was 1996 or 7. So it was the next one after Trials of Mana in 1995 on the Super Nintendo. But yeah, Secret of Mana, Trials of Mana, they were both lauded as fantastic 16-bit couch co-op JRPGs that were not even turn-based, action RPGs, So yeah, let's go with new. And like I said, I'm gonna be skipping all the spoilery stuff. Thankfully, you can skip cutscenes in this demo. And yeah, there's just walls of text sometimes. And there's a lot of explanation in this demo. Yeah, they talk a lot, not just during like cutscenes. I'll go over the controls here a little bit because this didn't make a lot of sense to me the first time I looked at this. And then I started playing and I was like, oh, okay, so it's kind of like Trials of Mana, but like a little bit different. Yeah, left stick is move, right stick is change the camera. Click R is. I hate that they. Oh wait, no. Yeah, they still call it R3. Never mind, I'm thinking of the Switch. Um, yeah, R3 is lock on, L3 is dash. I hate that, but you can change it. Like they have full custom button mapping if you want it, which is amazing. I love that. Every game should have that on console. Just every game should have that, honestly. It's an accessibility thing. It's you know, if people need, if they're like, oh well, I can't do this because my arthritis, or I can't do this because various things, and maybe you still want to use a gamepad and you don't want to pay for an expensive accessibility controller, whatever reasons, it doesn't matter. You should have just let people map their buttons the way they want them. That's it. So yeah, L2 is Class Strike. That's one of your ultimates, basically. R2 is Elemental Vessel. I kind of forgot about that. That's another ultimate, basically. So R1, L1, those are your two different shortcuts, basically. To pull up, you have your ring menus, but you have your shortcut menus as well, like Trials of Mana, again, if you've played that. If you haven't, seriously, if you see it on sale, pick it up. It's so good. Switch character up and down, yeah. So basically you have your square and triangle, like your light and heavies, pretty much, from any... You've probably played another game that does that. Circle is your dodge. It's also your break fall. So like if you get knocked back, you basically go into free fall, but then you can hit circle to recover, pretty much. I don't know why they call it break fall. X is to interact, also jump and double jump. And then you got your map menu on touchpad, and then your main menu on options. And that's pretty much it. Like, yeah. So, yeah, there's indicators to indicate elemental type matchups, essentially. Think Pokemon type charts, kind of. A little bit like that. One thing that's really cool in this game that they don't really explain very well, like they kind of try to explain it here with like elemental plot, it's a bad way to explain it. You also find a little cactus immediately, a single page describing, right, and these item things when you pick up a new item, kind of a pet peeve of mine, but they just stay on screen for a set amount of time and then disappear. I would very much prefer to manually get rid of them, but whatever. Also, yeah, gold clovers, I don't know what the deal is with those yet. I don't know if they work in the demo. Oh, I should have done that before starting, because there's a way to check if it's automatic. Anyway, it goes with the elemental plot, as they call it. I think that's a terrible name for it. It's a skill tree, essentially. So you have your characters, which you can swap out at any time. There is a tiny bit of a cooldown, like between swapping, so you can't like just mash swap. But I think that's more of a balance thing than anything else. This chick, 100% my favorite so far, right? Karina. She speaks, she's a little bit of a southern drawl to her. Morley has a little bit of an accent. I don't really know what it is. It's really hard to place. And then Val's like your main character. He's like your typical sword wielder, I'm the hero guy. He's in pretty much every mana game. It's not him per se every time, but he's that hero archetype that everybody's so used to. So you have different gear. And actually, can we check our inventory of like items and stuff? Like sometimes these games are weird about that. They give you like a starter kit of items basically. So heal, Phoenix down, recovery, whatever, status, MP recovery, small HP recovery. Ability seeds, which I'm guessing you just find these sometimes. These are already equipped. This is to make sure that your team basically has elemental type coverage. So you can heal, you can use a Thunderbolt, you got an ice attack. Nature Aura, which I forget what this is. CS and ally obtains, okay. That doesn't help that much. And then 2 fire things, Explode and Fireball. It works a lot like... Okay, so it actually does not show equipment, at least in the item menu. So gear, skills, gear. So I guess it only shows specific to characters. Okay, that's kind of weird, but also fine. So Karina, she starts with just her Spring Spear. And there are other pieces of equipment we have, but it doesn't show. It only shows equipment of that type depending on your class. Right. Okay. And for appearance, yeah, if you get a new weapon and you don't like the look of it, you can essentially change the skin to like a previous weapon that you've obtained. Kind of like the outfits and stuff. I guess you could do that with the weapons too in Trials of Mana, but yeah, so we have other equipment, it's just not showing right now. Because of how... Okay, so yeah, if you do this, right, so it shows, if you go to Vessel, we have 2 elementals already at this point in the game. And the one that's equipped here... Sorry if you can hear that, I don't know what that is. So this is Sylph. Sylph is equipped to Val. So this is the Wind Elemental. So you basically equip elementals that will determine your progress with that elemental. And also your moveset, your equipment, and your abilities, I think. And so there are 8 elementals in the world, like just like most of the other mana games. So this one's just a question mark. And the first time it'll show you like a preview of the stats, but it also tells you, okay, the weapon type for this is gonna be Lance. Okay, but it's like question mark because you haven't done it before. So we have Moon and we have Wind. So most of his stats go down, but his defense goes up, and his stamina goes up, and his luck goes up. So honestly, I haven't tried this one yet. I don't know. I'll probably change these around a little bit, because I've played with Rune Knight. It's pretty good, it's pretty fun. For Karina, I think I had her use the moon powers when I played this before, and you can also just switch somebody to their default class, like without an elemental, by choosing the bottom option. So Morley typically uses a katana, but with these two, with Wind and Moon, uses like kind of like short knives, I guess. Oh, he's holding the third one with his tail. Okay, because I saw that with the description before. hold on. Wait, where did I see that? Was it gear? Or was it under vessel as well? Yeah, an enigmatic class with abilities that trigger extra effects when a critical lands. With their triple knives, they punish their foes in the name of the moon. Right. Okay. And I was like, triple knives? What are they talking about? I was like... He's, That's what they're talking about. Oh. Oh, that's awesome. So it's a 4... Yeah, it's a 4-hit combo. Okay. Oh. Oh, okay. So he's got a charge slash thing. Okay. Whoa. Oh. So he's got like a shadow step thing for the heavy. Can I charge that or no? So that's another thing that they definitely adjusted in this game. The way that combos work, basically you used to be able to do like early polling for the inputs. So like if you wanted to do like a light, heavy, kind of, you know, square, triangle kind of combo, you could just hit square, triangle and it would come out. You can't do this. Not anymore. You have to actually have the timing a little bit better. So once you execute, like towards the very end of the frame animation of the previous attack, then you can hit the next attack. The only exception to this is if, for example, you wanted to do a quick light heavy combo. Remember, well, light charged. So light attack and then a... So basically you just press... If you just press square and then press and hold, it'll do the first attack as normal. And then it will go into the charge attack. Which is pretty handy, but then that's basically the end of your combo. So if you want to... So it depends. Typically with your combo finisher, like, there's 3 great ways to end it. So if you just do the full light combo, for example, that's 4 hits. Now I wonder... Yeah, see, even if you hold that 4th one, it doesn't do the charge attack afterwards. So you'd have to do 1, 2, 3, and then... Oh wait, no. Hold on 3, I guess. Oh, no, you can't do that. Okay, so you can for 1, 2. But maybe that's just because his second attack is shorter. Okay. Okay. So yeah, it's either 1 charge or 1, 2 charge. Or if you wanted to end the combo, like with the 4th one with a triangle instead, you could do that. So yeah, this moveset is actually way better than I thought. 1, 2... Oh, it's just 2 for the air combo, okay. Oh, but you can do an air? Okay. Wait, why did that drop him? Oh, is that just his momentum? Oh, now I'm not sure. It's wildly inconsistent. Okay. You also have an air dash, which the game doesn't actually tell you, which is kind of rude, but... yeah, so jump. So you can jump, dash, and then do your double jump if you want to. But another great thing they changed, you don't have to initiate dash with L3. You can do like the Dark Souls thing, where like if you press circle, it will do a dodge. But if you keep holding circle after the press, you'll come out of the dodge into a dash. Which is pretty sick. And actually, yeah, his knives thing is super good. Okay, So I also didn't mess with Karina, but yeah, she's like some kind of dragon species girl or something, which she's kind of hiding her tail a little bit under the dress, but her other classes, yeah, a little bit less so. Oh, so she's like Reese. Oh, and then she launches, okay. Yeah, because Little Dragon is like her friend or something. Oh, does she not have a charge attack for her light? Okay. Oh, she actually does the whip with the tail. For the end of the light combo. So that's just like square, 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 square. Alright. It's a little slow though. Not a big fan of that. So yeah, the combos are different, like depending on like who you're playing as and like what their class is. But for the most part, if you have like a charged square or a charged triangle attack, like that's basically going to be the end of your combo. Like there's going to be a longer cooldown at the end of it. So yeah, hers is not bad. Oh, she has a running dash attack. Okay. That's different. Oh wait, no, it's the same. Yeah, it's mostly the same. The attack animation's a little different, but it's still like horizontal slash thing. Okay. Okay. Yeah, and you can't go this way. That was my first instinct, but yeah, it doesn't like you. Okay, so that's actually kind of cool. And yeah, for the greatsword, it feels really good to use, honestly. And I'm not going to go over like all the combos here, but let's go ahead and change. You can also change the elemental vessel quickly with the R2 on the main menu. I don't want to do that personally, because then you don't get to see like all the changes that are happening. So I'm curious to change him to the moon one. And the first time you change to a new class, it shows this like animation. Ah, there we go. Just working on this first cup of coffee of the day. Ah, there we go. Ooh. I think I'm just getting over being sick or something. Okay, so back to Karina. Since he has the moon, and you can't have multiple people equip the same elemental, basically. So I'm gonna have her use Sylph. There we go. So yeah, dancer class. And I think the other ones are already... Yeah, let's actually just unlock these, because it says question mark until you do it for the first time. So, thankfully, yeah, you can skip this. Okay. And I haven't tried his wind thing. I don't know if it's any different. Like, it looks very similar. Like, he's still got the 3-knife setup thing. His class strike is different. I'm sure his abilities are different and stuff. We'll get to that here in a minute. But Yeah, that's everybody. So because I unequipped it from Val, this is his default. He uses like a regular sword, as opposed to with the Rune Knight, he's using this Vihander. And with his Aegis, yeah, he's using the Lance. So we have all three. It's not just the weapon transforming. It's just not showing the other ones for some reason. I don't know why. It's kind of confusing, but and so she's okay, so she's got the wind. No, she's got the moon. He's got the wind. Okay. Yeah, now we can quick swap, right? Okay. So his moveset is quite different with a short sword. Does he doesn't have a charge attack? Oh, he's got a quick double slice. That's cool. Okay. So attacks come out a little bit faster. He's more of a generic... That makes sense. Now he's a true, like, Seiken Densetsu protagonist. Alright, so let's go back to Morley real quick, because I'm curious if his moveset changed. It's largely the same. Okay. So I guess the moveset mostly depends on the character and, like, the equipable weapon that they have. However, Karina? Is that her name? I'm trying to get used to the names of these guys. Yeah, Karina. Yeah, now she's got her tail out. Loud and proud, right? Then you can definitely see the horns a bit better. But she is using... Kagura fan. So, same as her dancer thing. Like, yeah, she uses a fan for both available classes right now. But her fan moveset is way better. Like, way better. Plus, she's got this charge attack that's just like, dude. Like, 2 360 spins and then a range 360 spin. Like, come on. Plus, like, for her triangle, like, finisher, she just hops on the dragon and basically headbutts him. So, pretty great. I think I'm probably going to stick with this for a little bit. But if we go to the elemental plot, we can do this already. Okay, so everybody has 24 elemental points. And this is basically how you progress with, like, the skill trees for each elemental. So we don't have one equipped on Val. So for Karina, let's see what she gets. Basic, stagger, press. Oh, stagger press? Do they mean repeatedly press? Okay, so that's the end of her combo. She already has that. To spin and throw your fans around you? Wait, she already does that too. Oh. Oh. So these are not limited. Oh, so she's more of a tank with the wind. She's a buff support with the moon. Okay. What about Morley? He's a melee type for both. Okay. I'd rather tank with Karina, honestly. Yeah, because even though I have the moon one equipped, I have access to both of these. Cyclone? Oh, the classic wind attack, right? Okay, moon energy, power of the moon to boost an ally's critical hit rate. Raises entire party's magic defense by 5%? Okay. So we have 24, so we can get the first 2 for each character. 10% HP when afflicted by a status effect or a stat decrease. That's pretty good. Critical hit. Okay, so I'm gonna get her... Because what we have now is, like, just what we have. So I'm gonna get her Cyclone. Yeah. And this one. Yeah. Yeah, so now she's only got 9 left. So I could get her moon energy, but I don't see myself using that, especially not for this. Alright. And for Morley, I'm going to get him Stagger Press Square for an upward spinning attack. Yeah, what do they mean Stagger Press? Isn't that just repeatedly? Yeah, that's the charge attack. Hold on, because his timings are a bit tighter, so... That's... Special, filling, class strikes, firing back, ambushes, Val, Karina. Ramco. Oh, that's the little dragon's name. Ramco will get stronger as Karina levels up. Okay. Effectively immortal, right? That's firing back projectiles? You can use your attacks to hit certain projectiles and send them back. Oh, okay, cool. That's not any of... What the fuck do they mean by stagger press? Session while dashing to enable the auto-run feature. Auto-run must first be set to on. Oh. So you have to activate it even if it's set to on. That's stupid. Then it's not automatic. Characters moves. Consuming MP value. Okay. These seeds, that's not... No. Is there really not like a terminology? Is there seriously not a fucking... No, this is just all of them. What the hell do they mean by stagger press? Okay, I guess we have to actually, like, figure this out through experimentation. Okay. Anytime during a basic attack to stagger press square. To twirl upward with your fans attacking nearby enemies. I guess she wasn't going upward. Oh wait, that is different. Okay, so sorry, he's on wind. She's on this one. Right, press and hold to throw. Right, that was already a thing. No. Mental plot. Press and hold, right. Stagger press square for an upward spinning attack. Can't make the preview any larger. So wait, he's doing that after one attack. Oh. That's what it means. Okay. Stagger press, okay. Stagger press just means you wait to do the input. Okay, so what I was talking about earlier with like the combos, how like chaining them like you can't do like super early inputs. You have to kind of wait for the animation to like almost finish. But if you completely wait for the animation to finish to where they do like that pose at the end of their attack, that's a stagger press. However, and this is a good way to look for it, if you can still see like the slash, the attack animation, like the blue waves happening, then yeah, once you wait for the blue waves to disappear, like intentionally delay the input. That's the stagger press. Okay. So wait, if I switch his, because I'm curious. Okay. So first of all, I taught her Cyclone. So if I go to moves, I go to shortcut, if I put Cyclone, okay, so I can just equip that. Okay. And she has Elemental Plot on Karina. That's her stagger press. Okay, so she can still do that. The press and hold thing. That's on by default. And he has a charge attack. That's on. Okay, so yeah. Anything you unlock, I guess, is just available, regardless of which one you have equipped. So that is really cool. So I was going to do this anyway. Both Karina. Right, Wind is her tank. For Morley, these are both melee. Okay. So I'm going to have them swap. Partially because Morley looks kind of like an idiot right now. So Morley, Vessel, I'm going to switch you to Nightblade. Because one, it's a better look. Two, I'm going to be playing as Karina, so yeah, switch her back to being a dancer. Okay. And you can see like the progression for, because I've unlocked 2 things with Karina. It says 2 out of 10. So apparently as you increase that over time, like, it unlocks like, I'm assuming these things, but also other things. So for Morley, I want to get him... Oh, that's dope. Oh, that's a really good attack. Okay, probably that. 4 arrows dealing slash damage to the enemy. Okay, there's only 2 physical damage types in the game. There's slash and... I forget what they call the other one, like blunt force. Basically, like standard, if you will. Entire party's critical hit rate by 10%. That's pretty sick. Critical hit damage by 20. Ooh. Okay, so let's get both of these. Get Arrow Rain, Reaping Rave, yes. And also Chivalry, right? And we're definitely not going to get to the boss today, but I just wanted to go over some like mechanics and kind of the history of Seiken Densetsu and why this is so good. And I know we've just been doing a lot of menus so far and like experimentation with the things. This game is super smooth, especially if you prioritize performance. It's a little bit less smooth than the cutscenes. Not sure why. They're in engine. Maybe it's a bug or something where the cutscenes like automatically revert to like quality, I guess. I think they look worse when they're jittery, but whatever. Water elemental resistance, power of wind to imbue weapon with elemental. There we go. That's what we want. Thunder Saber. Attack 27 when weapon is imbued with saber magic. Oh, that's great. I don't give a shit about this. Yeah. And we'll do this and blah blah. There we go. You can also customize the characters like AI a little bit. So balanced attack, target other enemies, moves, magic. Go wild, I guess. Definitely doesn't matter. Auto use settings, right? Items, reserve resources, elemental vessel use, right? Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So I'm gonna actually start with Morley a little bit. And I did not equip... Wait. I didn't equip his stuff? Oh, Arrow Rain is not equipped on here? Okay. There we go. And... No... There we go. Okay. Yeah, we'll get a little bit more gameplay in, then we'll end the video. But yes, I know. Thank you. All right. I actually read the menus. Oh. Yeah, I know. Yes, the water's cold. We can slow time to get across the thing. Damn, that is such a cool move. Alright, so you want to sync it up a little bit, and... Because you bet you've never seen this in a video game. Like, come on. I've seen this in so many games. Alright, this next one. And honestly, the water is not even that cold. And yes, it's kind of like Jak and Daxter, grabbing precursor orbs and all that shit. Yep. Dude, that is so freaking good. Just wow. Damn, dude. Okay. I take it back. Morley is top tier. Alright. Karina! Gotta get you some airtime, girl. She is my favorite so far. Not a huge fan of the fans, but a huge fan of the fans. Let's try a little one of these. Okay. Oh, okay, there we go. Ow. Yeah, he doesn't really care about this element, huh? Yeah, her attacks were doing like no knockback on that guy. I guess the intention is like, since he's a turtle, like, you know, hit him with like the big heavy attacks. And it's kind of nice, like you don't even have to pick up items, you just have to like go close to them. And in case you guys are wondering, yes, I did check to see if there was like a demo for like on the Switch. Short answer to that is no, which I'm kind of glad, honestly, because like Trials of Mana came to the Switch, and it was a terrible way to play that game. What? Fortune Flies? I never came across this. Doubles the amount of lucre you get from battle if I can... Oh, it's a temporary buff. Okay. So for 1 minute we get double cash. Okay, cool. Alright. Oh yeah, this is like a required battle. Okay. Okay, lightning's pretty good. Whoa. What is going on with it? Okay, that's not very effective. Okay. Okay, that's not very effective either. Pretty good. Yeah. It's not bad. We kicked their asses. Yeah, they didn't stand a chance. That'd be kind of funny if I just did like ultra cheesy like voiceover, like while muting the voiceover from the game. But yeah, for this game they also brought back the original creator actually of the Mana series. Oh my goodness. I'll just let this one play because it's not very spoilery. And actually no. We'll get to the next thing. Look at this, dude. Okay. There's like a specific example here I wanted to show you guys. So this really shows, like, originally there's a specific style, and I was trying to figure out like who exactly was like responsible for doing that. But like the Mana series has always had like this, not always, but they've had this art style that's been very signature to the series, where especially since Legend of Mana, and it's used to great effect in this game. They did a pretty good job of it in Trials of Mana, but like they weren't really going ham yet. And essentially it's avoiding the use of straight lines to accentuate certain things. And you'll notice as you look around, yeah, the game doesn't really use straight lines very much at all. Like most of the trees do not. Like definitely the environments, like the mountains and stuff, just like even the shape of the land, like they're using it to great effect here to hide certain things in the horizon while also like giving more character to things that are like in focus. And I don't know why we're grabbing syrup. There's probably a reason for that, but it's like everywhere in this game. But like even down to the fences, like this is very much a like Legend of Mana fence, like from the PS1 game. Like down to like the buildings and stuff, like once you get close you'll notice is like, oh yeah, like none of those are straight lines, even though they probably are. If we were being very literal about things, like look at the side of this house, like how it's angled like that. It's like, is it supposed to look like that? Yes, because like from a distance and even up close too, but it gives it more character. And it looks really, really good. Just look up like Seiken Densetsu like concept art, and you'll very quickly get a sense for how that's like done to great effect. But yeah, they did a great job representing that here, honestly. They did it pretty well in Trials of Mana, again, but like not like this game. Oh, and these are save points, by the way, which they did a great job with these as well. Because like from a distance, they look like that. And then like, you're like, oh, get closer, and then it's like this freaking multicolored, here, it'll show in a second. No, the game isn't really 5 hours, like, no. Yeah, this like fiber optic looking thing. It's exactly what it looks like if you like tear open a fiber optic cable and like fan it out. Don't do that unless you're really curious and like, you know. And then they show you get the mounts basically, and the beacon bell. So like you can't use it right now. What is this? Oh, there's also like a compass feature. But just to give you guys a sense, just to give you guys a sense of my New Yorker coming out, my bay. A sense of like scale here and like how well this game performs. I'm just gonna like zip across the countryside here. Like just that distance that we traveled just now. Check this out. That was that farm. That's where we are. That's where we're going. All the way over there. And this is just like this one little section. And we could go off the beaten path a little bit. You can also like run over enemies. It's kind of fun. They they get their health back immediately, but still. But yeah, dude, like these environments and everything, like these backdrops, like all this stuff to grab on the way. There's like a few other save points and like side characters and shit. There's like this cool thing. Just like, I kind of want to just get to the destination real quick so I can end the video here. Because I feel like I have to show this next thing. And yeah, you don't have to stop, dismount, pick up items. No, you just run over them and pick them up. Easy peasy. I had to. And these things, they're so fucking cute, man. Yeah, I have no idea what these fucking things are. Lesser elemental Ares. Team with the power of the elements. If you possess an elemental vessel corresponding to the spirit inside will present you with trials to complete, reward handsomely. Okay, so optional like side things. We don't have the power of darkness right now. I'm pretty sure that's what that is. And even if I had it, I wouldn't do it right now because, yeah, we're already on the long end of a video, so... Yeah, I kind of just want to show, like, how large this portion of the map is. Like, I don't know anything about how it's going to, you know... Can I even get off of this thing right now? Can I open chests? Oh, I can open chests. Cool. I guess I don't have to dismount. Can I? Yeah, I don't see how to dismount. Oh, press and hold square. It says on screen. Okay. But yeah, it's kind of like riding a chocobo. in like classic Final Fantasy. So you can see here, like enemies will notice you, but they won't attack. So yeah, while you're riding around on these things, just explore, you know, have fun. There's like no stakes really. And if, you know, you want to take your frustrations out, you can always just do that. It's all good. See, they get all their health back. And we got another gold clover. Okay, do those apply immediately? Elemental plot, we have 9 and 4. No. Okay. It says we have 12 gold clovers. I don't know how to redeem those. The game does tell you there's a way to do that in the menu. I don't fucking see one personally. Oh, just try to buy something that you don't have enough points for. No. Okay. So she would need 3 for this. To decrease enemy defense. Power of fire. Oh! Flame saber would be dope. Weapon is imbued with saber magic. Okay. That would actually be really good. Again, if I was gonna go to the boss thing, the boss is kind of weak to fire. Not weak to, but fire is effective. But yeah, if you guys want another one of these videos, let me know. I mean, it is a month before the full game comes out, so I could easily do another one of these. But yeah, look at all this, dude. There's so much. And, okay, right there. Like, I missed a side quest. And I didn't go that way. And I didn't go this way. Like, there's a lot to explore. Like, a lot to explore here. And we're not done yet. Like, there's still the town. Which, like, this town is amazing. Like, incredible. I'm just gonna, again, I'm gonna skip cutscenes because, you know, spoilers. So one, this is one of the best, like, just being in a town tracks I've heard in any video game, period. Like, it kind of reminds me of Corneria a little bit from, like, the Final Fantasy 1 20th Anniversary Edition where they did the rearrangements. It's kind of like that. It's got the same kind of vibe. But yeah, every single character, and this is a pet peeve of mine nowadays, because, like, in classic JRPGs, they didn't used to do this. In modern games, they do this all the fucking time, and it bothers the shit out of me. There are so many character models in towns or areas that are just, like, narratively supposed to be populated a little bit, and they don't talk, they don't do anything. They're just there to be, like, a seat filler, basically. As far as I can tell in this game, they don't do that. You see a character, you can talk to them. They have their own interests, they have their own shit going on, and it fits. They use it to the same effect that classic JRPGs did, where it breathes more life into a town. You get a better sense as to what that town is about, what those people are about. Because they live here. This is their fucking home. You know? Like, I hate just seeing character models walk around towns aimlessly, and they're nothing. They're placeholders. And I've explored this town a bit, like, initially when I was recording footage for this. So far, every character model I've come across is unique in appearance and has their own unique dialogue and shit going on. Like, they actually, like, it's not the most in-depth thing, but like this guy, he's like changing out a lantern because like they need the lanterns and like they get bad weather here. And like these two ladies sitting here, obviously like having a conversation. Yeah, you can talk to them separately. That's another thing I've seen in way too many games. Like there's a talk option for the two different people, and it's like blah 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 blah. Okay. And they don't even talk to you, they just talk to each other and it counts as one thing. It's, I know, a minor gripe, a minor nitpick, but check this out. And this is kind of the last thing I want to show for this video. These guys. They have... Here, I guess I have to turn on... And this is like such a dumb thing, but I love it. Yeah, these things are called dud bears. And I don't know if it's at every single one. This one has a dud bear dictionary. They literally have a language. Like dub means hello. Dud means bye. Duba is you. Duda is I. That's friend. That's dud bear. That's a creature other than a dud bear. That's light or star. That's dark or night. That's a lamp. That's a lot of things. That's like a little bit of things. That's music. That's here you go. An expression of displeasure. That is what that sounds like. A sentence ending question marker. Expression of exhaustion. That's what it sounds like. Moderate displeasure. Beautiful. It's a shiny. Like, are you fucking serious? Like this game has so much love put into it. Like, that I will honestly be a little hurt if you guys don't try it out. Like, I was gonna make a joke and be like, I'll honestly be offended if you don't buy this game day one. But then I was like, no, I get it, times are tough. No, if you do own a platform where you can download the demo, try it out, please do, because like, not only is it beautiful, like it's charming, it was like, it's very chill. Like, I was honestly gonna have this recording done last night, and even just like playing a little bit of it, listening to the music and everything, which the composers, they got some of the original composers for the Mana series back too. Amazing stuff. So far, one of my favorite video game soundtracks of all time. Like, no, yeah, 100%. And this is a series that has been kind of plagued with bad luck, kind of historically. Like, they've had a lot of re-releases that did not go so great. A lot of ports that were very poorly received, obviously did not have the budget or the time frame that they needed, or they were held back because of certain limitations, like Adventures of Mana, which they were trying to do, like, what was it? I think it was for iOS and Android, but also in the Vita, so they like had to make something that could definitely work on even like somewhat low-end cell phones at the time, which at that time, yeah, that means it was like seriously scaled back, but also on the Vita, which if they just had made a game for the Vita, it would have been so much better. but whatever. Yeah, and you have like fast travel like immediately. Like it's, I don't remember which is which, so I'm just gonna overwrite both of these. Yeah. So those are the same? Yeah, those are the same. Okay. Anyway, yeah, fiber optic trees. But yeah, it's Visions of Mana. It's 100% gets my stamp of approval. That's your guys' spoiler-free video for you guys. Just going over mechanics and stuff like that. It's kind of hard to do something completely spoiler-free because this is obviously like a couple hours into the game at least. You already kind of know who some of the characters are, but you would know that from the title screen too. But yeah, just turning off the voices definitely helped because they do go over a lot of things that honestly I wish I could go back and unhear. But I also wanted to hear how good the voice acting was. It's passable. It's fine. If I was going to play this for real, I would probably put on like the Japanese voice acting and put on subtitles if I could. I guess I probably could have turned off the subtitles, but we skipped most of the stuff they were talking about anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, it's gonna do it for today. So thank you all for being here, guys. Very much hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And again, I think the demo's on PS5, but I'm pretty sure it's on Xbox Series as well. And Steam, I think. Not on Switch. But yeah, if you can, try out the demo. Highly recommend it. Of course, before we get going, a very special thank you going out to the current Farts and Crap Show members, the amazing people who make it possible, Navalis, Draconis, and Aaron Schick. Thank you so much for choosing to support the show a bit more directly. Greatly helps out, greatly appreciate it. As I mentioned before, today is the final day, as you guys are watching this, for the current Members' Choice Poll. At the end of the day, August 1st, the votes will be tallied. Whatever had the most votes from channel members will become the new Retro Classic series. And that should be starting a few days from now. Probably give it like 3 or 4 days. I think I did all the prep stuff and took pretty good notes of the recording necessities for all the different series that are on the list. Yeah, pretty sure. So, yeah. If you guys aren't a channel member yet, though, easy way to do that is check out the join button down below. There's also a link in the description that talks about becoming a channel member. Once you do that, once your membership is active, you'll have access to the membership tab here on the channel. If you look over there, the current Members' Choice poll will be at the top of the list, but all of the previous Members' Choice polls are still there. You can still vote on them if you want to. It will be retroactive input, but that will be considered for future polls, so even if you're just a member for a month, you can still influence the content that gets made here for a while, because if an option gets votes retroactively, I usually bring it back in a future poll. So, but yeah, that's how you do that. It is the best way to support the show more directly. Unless if you want to do just a one-time, like, thanks thing, there's always like super thanks on videos. You can, if you want to stop by for a live stream and leave a super chat, it's like the same thing pretty much, except one's like basically a comment, one's like a live chat thing. So it's the only difference. I went pretty far off my usual spiel with the outro. What else we got? But yeah, we got more random videos like this, like every day at noon Eastern. It's kind of what I do in between series, basically. So for the next few days, we'll definitely still have some project videos coming out, or depending on what happens, just like, hey, here's some new thing I wanted to show you guys. But yeah, this is an approximation, however, of future announcements from the past. So if you guys want all the announcements as they happen and the bell doesn't work for you, I totally get it. The bell doesn't work for me either. But there's 3 other ways you can do that. The community tab here on the channel, the Farts and Crap Show Twitter, or the Discord. I always post on all 3 whenever there's an announcement, so regardless of which one of those works for you, you can stay in the loop. and links for those are down in the description, also on the channel banner. But that's going to do it for today. So, finally, this did turn out to be a longer video than I anticipated, but there was a lot of stuff I wanted to go over, and yeah, it's going to do it for today. So, thank you all for being here, guys. Once again, till next time, take care, and I hope you all have a fantastic day.